नमस्कार, मैं आरबी सिंह यादव और आप देख रहे हैं मेरा यूट्यूब चैनल आरबी सिंह यादव एडिटर। आज दयालबाग विश्वविद्यालय में सेमिनार का समापन दिन था और आज हमने पहला वीडियो, अभी 5वें पार्ट का वीडियो डाला है, आपने पीछे वाला देखा होगा। और उसके बाद अब हम, चूँकि वो पहला सेशन सवेरे का सेशन था, वो हमने डाल दिया है। उसमें बहुत सारी चीज़ें दिखाई हमने बच्चों के की एक प्रदर्शनी थी, बच्चों ने जो अपने अपने जो डेवलप की हैं चीज़ें वो दिखाई थी हमने। अब हम दिखाते हैं सेकंड पार्ट सेशन, इस सेमिनार का आज के दिन का दूसरा सेशन, जिसमें कुल मालिक राधास्वामी दयाल, परम श्रद्धेय पीएस ससंगी साहब और ममतामयी रानी माँ दोनों साथ साथ इस सेमिनार में भाग लेने आए और उन्होंने बड़े ही ध्यान से सारा सेमिनार का जो कार्यक्रम था वो देखा और इस बीच उनको सम्मानित किया गया। वो जो दृश्य था इस वीडियो में आप देखेंगे, एकदम देखने लायक था। पूरा हॉल तालियों से, मैं समझता हूँ, काफ़ी देर तक गड़गड़ाता रहा और जो सम्मान का जो पटका था जो गुरु महाराज को दिया गया, उसे उन्होंने अपने माथे से लगाया और काफ़ी देर तक लगाए रखा। पूरा हॉल, सारे दर्शक और सारे जितने भी देश विदेश से आए मेहमान इस दृश्य को लाइव देख रहे थे और खुद को अभिभूत फील कर रहे थे कि आज हम गुरु महाराज के सानिध्य में, उनके साये में खड़े होकर के ये दृश्य की अनुभूति कर रहे हैं, बल्कि हम अपनी आँखों से देख रहे हैं। वो दृश्य मैंने अपने इस वीडियो में शूट किया है और उसे मैं आपको दिखाना चाहता हूँ। वैसे तो पूरा कार्यक्रम आपको मैं दिखा रहा हूँ और ये इस सेमिनार का 6वां पार्ट होगा जो हम आपके सामने प्रस्तुत कर रहे हैं। तो पहले ये वीडियो देखिए, इसमें सारी चीज़ें आपको दिखाई देंगी। देखें। हाँ, एक बात और मैं अपील करूँगा, मेरे को किसी चीज़ से कोई प्रॉब्लम नहीं है। आप इस वीडियो पर अपनी टिप्पणी ज़रूर लिखें जो भी आपकी समझ में आती है और वीडियो को लाइक करें, सारी दुनिया की संगत तक पहुंचाएं इस वीडियो को, चूँकि इस वीडियो में बहुत कुछ संगत को देखने को मिलेगा। और दूसरी बात, चैनल अभी तक जिन सज्जनों ने सब्सक्राइब नहीं किया है उसे भी कर लें, चूँकि इस सेमिनार के कई पार्ट अभी बाकी हैं जिनको मैं धीरे धीरे करके एक एक करके इस अपने यूट्यूब चैनल पर डालूँगा और आपको दिखाऊंगा कि ये अंतर्राष्ट्रीय स्तर की सेमिनार जो 47वीं सेमिनार है और दयालबाग में ये 6वां नंबर है सेमिनार का, ये कई पार्ट में आपको देखने को मिलेगी। तो देखिए ये वीडियो गुरु महाराज के साथ।
Hello everyone, a very warm welcome to the Springer Nature India Research Tour 2024. I'm Abhilasha Mathur, Business Manager Research at Springer Nature, and it is a pleasure to be here with all of you today. The Springer Nature India Research Tour is a collaborative initiative that began on the 19th of September in partnership with the Ministry of Education and the Indian Council of Social Science Research. Our journey spans 10,000 kilometers across India, covering 9 states, 16 cities, and 26 institutes. Today, at the Diyarbakir Educational Institute, we mark the 8th research summit of this remarkable tour. Let's make the most of today's event, and I look forward to learning from each of you. Thank you. I would now like to invite Shri Gursarup Sood, President DEI, to deliver the welcome address.
Most revered Professor Prem Charan Sangi Sahab, Chairman Advisory Committee on Education, a non-statutory body serving as a think tank for consensus building for Diyarbakir education institutions, and 8th acclaimed Waqt President Sant Satguru of Ra Ba Swa A Mi Faith, Diyarbakir, Agra 282005. Most respected Rani Sahibaji, Mr. Nick Campbell, and Mr. Venkatesh Saraswati of Springer Nature, ladies and gentlemen, warm and hearty greetings from Diyarbakir. On this momentous occasion, Springer Nature is going to launch the special edition India of the book titled Consciousness Studies in Sciences and Humanities, Eastern and Western Perspectives, edited by most revered Professor Prem Saran Satsangi Sahab, Professor Anna M. Horeshek, and Professor Anand Srivastav, both of Kiel University, Germany. The international edition of this book was launched earlier on Basant Panchami Day this year and presents consciousness models from Eastern and Western perspectives. The consciousness is perceived as brain activity by the Western scientists and as the divine presence by the different religions, especially in the East. The book also provides transdisciplinary and transcultural exchange of ideas. Most revered Professor Prem Saran Satsangi Sahab, the father of systems movement in India, having graduated with BSc in Electrical Engineering from Banaras Hindu University, presently Indian Institute of Technology BHU, pursued MS from the Department of Electrical Engineering of Michigan State University, USA, and earned PhD in the field of socio-economic systems from the University of Waterloo, Canada. Most revered Professor Prem Saran Satsangi Sahab took voluntary retirement from the Indian Institute of Technology, Delhi, to serve as Honorary Director, Dyalbag Education Institute, deemed to the university. Most revered Professor Prem Saran Satsangi Sahab has generalized the application of physical systems theory to a variety of conceptual, socio-economic, environmental systems by extending physical system theory as a rudimentary modeling framework for complete creational systems, including not only physical but also esoteric, mental, and spiritual processes. On May 18, 2003, a gathering in Dyalbag of about 25,000 representatives of approximately 500,000 followers of Ra, Dha, Swa, A, Mi, Satsang, Dyalbag from all over India and abroad acclaimed Professor Prem Saran Satsangi Sahab as the 8th spiritual leader of Ra, Dha, Swa, A, Mi, Satsang community for lifetime. He is the first awardee of newly instituted Alumni of Eminence Award beyond Distinguished Alumni Award by BHU IIT. Every program and practice in Dyalbag have dynamically, innovatively, and intuitively evolved for the last over 200 years. Our experiences continuum, one experience is continuum in its core values and ethics, divinity and practicality, using state-of-art technology at one end and selfless and willing community participation and service at the other. Dyalbag majorly consumes new and renewable energy and maintains power network of maximum safety and strives to maintain water and air quality at WHO standards and in fact is one of the two lungs of the city of Agra. Women empowerment is part of a genetic code since the start of co-educational middle school over a century back in 1917. Dyalbag follows lacto-vegetarianism with totalism as its dairy comprises diversified herd of over 1,100 cows and buffaloes, goats and camels. The healthy mixture of the highly nutritious milk has opened up new vistas of intensive research for DI, its Saranashram Hospital and other research bodies. Dyalbag grows 100% organic crops in its 1,200 acres of agroecology, precision farming fields following natural farming protocol, where the members of its community participate selflessly twice daily under the merciful gaze of the gracious Supreme Master, and where agroecology fields act as a nucleus for various social, economic, organizational, educational, healthcare, spiritual, and other activities of the community. Dyalbag maintains ecological balance symbiotically amongst trinity of flora, fauna, and soil, and nurtures nature. Due to the indiscriminate use of pesticides and weedicides elsewhere in the world, toxic elements have started to enter the food chains, diminishing soil fertility and have increased the threat to food security. Under the gracious guidance and benevolence of the supreme spiritual masters and presently under the innovative and intuitive leadership of most revered Professor Prem Saransa Sangi Sahab, the dynamic Dalbag model, on the other hand, encompasses agroecology cum precision farming, provides affordable value-based education for the last, the least, the lowest and the lost, follows integrated traditional and modern medicine system. You will be glad to know that Dalbag has been permitted to open a new homeopathic college and hospital last week by the National Commission for Homeopathy. Benefits from innovative and intuitive Sun Superman evolutionary scheme for children from 3 weeks to 12 years of age includes decentralized, small and cottage industrial units producing daily use quality goods at affordable prices, and many other such community-wide initiatives across the country and abroad. The Dalbag model is undeniably unique, evolutionary, holistic and sustainable, and can be emulated and adapted across the globe for achieving and even surpassing the United Nations Sustainable Development Goals for the benefit of billions of inhabitants on the planet Earth for hundreds and hundreds of years to come. Thank you. Radha Swam.
The company's India operations and promoting open science and technology. He previously held senior roles at the National Skills Development Corporation, shaping digital skills and SRE. He spent 10 years at Microsoft focusing on developer ecosystems and innovation centers. He has held many significant roles such as Country Director Innovation at Deloitte, Assistant Vice President at Polaris Software Labs, and also headed marketing operations at ACL Technologies. He is an alumni of Dalbag Education Institute, batch of 2002 Electrical Engineering, BITS Pilani, IIM Calcutta, and the Kellogg School of Management. As a Chevening Burkle Fellow at King's College, London, he has been recognized by Business India and CNBC as a front runner for corporate India, and has received multiple international and national awards for his contributions to education and innovation. It's my pleasure to welcome Mr. Venkatesh Sarvasiddhi to the stage to carry forward the proceedings.
Good afternoon, everyone. Most revered Professor Prem Saransa Sangi Sahab, most respected Rani Saiba, President, Dalbag Education Institute, Director, Dalbag Education Institute, Registrar, Dalbag Education Institute, and all the eminent analysts, researchers, people from the industry, Dr. Nick Campbell from Student Nature, all the way joining us from London, and fellow students. It's indeed a splendid moment in my life to be here on this great occasion of the India Research Tour 2024. This is the second in line after the last year pit stop at the Dalbag Education Institute for the India Research Tour 2023, where my team and we were extremely impressed with the initiatives of DEI around research across multiple streams, work around SDGs, and contribution of the ALBAC on all the elements of SDGs, including the air quality, which is not individually measured under the 17 elements. The work of the ALBAC is highly respected not only in the Indian community, but across the worldwide community of researchers, scientists, policymakers, and all the think tanks for its contribution towards science, research, and of course, evolution of consciousness as a great place contributing to the worldwide ecosystem. It's also a great moment for me today being here, as an alumni of the ALBAC, a batch of 2002, electrical engineering, which has actually given me a lot of strength and the confidence to build and be part of a great ecosystem and contribute to the world of science, research and technology by advancing research, being part of Springer Nature as a managing director. I would love to also give a big round of applause to all the people, the alumni, the faculties, the researchers, the teachers, students, everyone, for the great work they are doing in making this institution really stand tall at a world stage and contributing to not only the SDGs, even to the area of diversity, equity, inclusion, and also providing affordable and high quality education. A big round of applause for all the people. I think in this room we have maybe 300, 200 of them. We also have many who joined us through various centers. So my special thanks and greetings to all of them associated in making this a great community. As my beloved Master Param Guru Huzur Mehtaji Maharaj has said in his lines, a community which wishes to go ahead should stand united in purpose, thought and action. That's seen clearly in all the initiatives of the ALBAC and in its process of delivering quality across multiple streams in this ecosystem of empowering research and education. I'll give you a little brief about what we are doing, why we are here. India Research Show 2024 this year in partnership with Ministry of Education, specially supported by Indian Council for Social Science and Research, which is the focus of the Prime Minister Shri Narendra Modi and also the Minister of Education Shri Dharmendra Pradhan. We are looking at empowering not only engineering and sciences, but also this year is with a special focus on social science research, which is also very important in enabling and making this country much more stronger, contributing to the worldwide research. Giving you a little perspective, India stands at worldwide number 3rd position in terms of scientific article output. China being much ahead of India, it stands at number 1 with close to 16 lakh articles what they contribute annually to the research ecosystem, followed by United States, which contribute to roughly 6.5 to 7 lakhs, and India contributing to 4 lakh articles per year. We are number 3 in research output. How can we also move towards a greater ranking in the worldwide ecosystem on quality citations, mentions in the public policy, patents, and also patents which really add value to the society. Just to educate you a little bit more, on the citations we are at worldwide number 7 in all the leading published ecosystem, the Indian ranking, and on the patent side, India ranks at number 9. So our journey this year is focused on a special theme called RISE, R-I-S-E, stands for Research Integrity in Science and Education. We started this journey with kick-starting this event at ICSSR in the presence of Member Secretary, the Joint Secretary, supported by Joint Secretary Shri Banerjee, and also the Member Secretary of ICSSR, Professor Dhananjay. The great journey what we started, we will be covering close to 10,000 kilometers, traveling all the way on a bus, connecting with various colleges across the ecosystem. We have 26 prominent institutions which we are covering. Till now we have already covered Jawaharlal Nehru University, where the first event has happened, followed by Delhi School of Economics. Then we moved on to All India Institute of Medical Science, then Center for Developing Studies, CSDS, and further moved on to BITS Pilani. And yesterday we were at Institute of Development Studies, Jaipur, and today we are at the ALBAC. The journey further will be moved to IIM Udaipur, Energy Studies University in Gujarat, followed by Gujarat Central University, and Bhandarkar Institution, which is again a famous ICSR social science institution in the country. From there, we'll move to BITS, Mumbai, followed by a great launch we are expecting on a curious journal, which is at Tata Institute of Social Sciences on 1st of October, followed by a couple of private universities like Symbiosis and institutions of eminence like SAIPA, which is Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel Institute of Social Science and Economics, and to IIM Kozhikode, and of course CDS in Kerala, which is the Center for Development Studies. And finally, our journey will move through VIT Vellore and Shasta University, and final leg is planned in Chennai at Madras Institute of Development Studies and SRM University. We are making this event second in a row. Otherwise, last year to this year, we actually selected very key institutions, and I'm happy to say that they are part of this hosting and functionally part of this agency. I think this is a broad opportunity to ask you and we have a panel discussion later tonight. And now I would like to give it back to Abhilasha to continue this.
Most revered Maji Committee on Education, most respected Rani Sahiba, Sri Gursurup Sood, Honorable President, Dalbag Educational Institute, and Dr. Samsat Saha, Mr. Nick Campbell, Vice President, Academic Affairs, Major London, Mr. Venkatesh Saraswati, Managing Director, Singer India, Professor Prem Kumar Kalra, Senior Director, Dalbag Educational Institute, esteemed guests, faculty colleagues, dear students, ladies and gentlemen. Research at Dalbag Educational Institute spans a wide range of disciplines, reflecting the Institute's commitment to both fundamental knowledge and practical applications. Research in science and technology at DI focuses on cutting-edge areas like 3D printing, neural networks and deep learning, autonomous systems, quantum information systems, fuzzy systems, evolutionary algorithms, photonics, image processing, renewable energy, environmental sciences, agriculture, to name a few. An important aspect is the participation of young students even at school and undergraduate level. This year, a team of UG students of Electrical Engineering Department won first prize in a machine learning software contest at the prestigious Genetic and Evolutionary Computing Conference, GECCO, organized by ACM in Australia. Other teams have also won awards and the technicians in other technical meetings and cultural festivals across the country. 3 researchers from the Institute have ranked among 2% top researchers in their domain, but that is textile engineering, photonics, and soft computing and image processing, and this is for the second consecutive year. Ethical living is inherent in the simple and frugal lifestyle of Dalbag, and it does reflect in the research endeavors here also. The Supreme Master, or the Vaksandapur, leads the activities by example. Excellence with relevance is the motto that is followed in letter and spirit. The values-based education followed here inculcates a value system with which the focus is on service to society and solving local problems with global thinking. The carbon footprint of the Institute is very low, and on a good day it uses only solar energy. Even cooking in hostels is done through renewable energy sources. A complete system has been developed in-house and is maintained in-house. Air and water quality monitoring 24/7 ensure quality with adequate measures for cleaning through regular misting and treatment of water. Only limited e-vehicles fly inside the campus. Water harvesting is practiced, so is organic farming. All food products are regularly tested before consumption. These are just some of the initiatives that demonstrate real, tangible outcomes of innovative approaches in Dalbag. The important aspect that is immediately noted by returning visitors to Dalbag is the Spartan lifestyle that promotes simplicity, sustained efforts in service to society, and focus on attainment of higher goals in life. This is the crux of all the research framework in Dalbag, and one can immediately see the difference in the overall aura of the place. Scientific research in the usual sense, as expected in any forward-looking university, goes hand in hand with innovative ideas that target the world beyond while ensuring that the life goes on here in harmony with nature, and very importantly, the next generation also absorbs these values right from the very beginning. Visitors are astounded to see months-old babies and tiny tots braving extreme weathers and being in agriculture fields in rain and shine at all times of day or night. Their beaming faces and alert actions, in perfect harmony with their peers, are a testimony to the fact that they are growing up as well-adjusted and healthy individuals, ready to provide the next level of service to humanity as the grand plan of the Supreme Master unfolds. With its innovative and unique system of education, with the Dalbagh education policy that was initiated in 1975 as its bedrock, DEI is endeavoring to create men and women capable of taking a holistic view of things with a value system that can radically change the visage of humankind. The message is of tolerance and respect for the views of others, equality and peace, and belief in one supreme creator, and therefore in universal brotherhood. The DI education policy that aims to create complete men, complete persons, would not only create this feeling of brotherhood among the graduates, but will also generate in them the capability to spread this message for the benefit of humanity at large. This is the greatest possible service to mankind to usher in a better world order. And this is the service those who are fortunate to receive education in these institutions shall render. Thank you.
To launch the book on consciousness studies in science and humanities, Eastern and Western Perspective, the Special India edition. We have launched this book on the day of Basant Panchami this year, in the beginning of this year. Now we have a very special edition. The special edition is an Indian edition, which is much more affordable edition, comes at a very affordable price point. The Dalbagh Education Institute, with the support of the registrar and all the members, director as well as president DEI, have kindly agreed to help us with the 50 copies of the special edition, which we have actually produced. And we have a great occasion here to actually inaugurate this book. We also have Dr. Nick Campbell. I would invite Dr. Nick Campbell, our Vice President, Global Academic Affairs, based out of London, who is here. I take a special opportunity to thank him for his presence being in India. And now I would love to inaugurate the book and offer this book to all the editors. And Nick, maybe you should join me having this inauguration done. I would request all of you for a standing ovation for all this work he has done as the chairman of the advisory committee on education, aids and non-statutory bodies, serving as a think tank to building consciousness among various stakeholders. Dalbagh Education Institute, Dalbagh, Agra, India, and since 2003, acclaimed 8th spiritual leader of Radha Swami Sheikh, Dalbagh, Agra. It's a great occasion for us to present this book and also recognize his contribution and fellow editors. I will request Abhilasha to join me. Thank you, everyone. That was lovely. I think it's a lifetime opportunity for me to be part of this honor. Thank you so much, everyone. I request everyone to be seated. Now, I would also like to, as an esteemed editor of this book, and also Dr. Anna Margarita. She is unfortunately, I believe, she's not here, but I would request Professor Anand Srivastava to collect on our behalf and present to her that he has the opportunity to meet her guests. I would request now Professor Anand Srivastava to be on the stage if he can come to receive the honors. Presentation.
Thank you for this opportunity to express some of our thoughts on behalf of the Harvard Educational Institute, deemed to be university, as well as its sponsoring body, Rajasthan Satsang Sabha, whose basic purpose is to render selfless service to humanity to begin with, and then all living beings thereafter. I would like to mention in particular that there are very encouraging trends happening among Nobel Prize winners who, guided by innovative ideas which would provide qualities and values to serve the entire humanity. I'm basing it on topological graph theory, which is a mathematical abstraction. All along in India, in the days of the glory of Nalanda, and partly as their educational centers known worldwide at this stage. They are continuing this trend and engaging institutes, particularly those with a cooperative system of education. Education and practice go hand in hand. Let me make a brief remark that nature is unordered. It means that there is infinite variety that nature possesses. And unless we rise to the occasion of having more than infinite variety, the nature cannot be rendered to serve the cause of the entire creation. You see, there's a law of requisite which says that we want to exercise control over nature. We must have requisite variety which is at least equal to that of nature. This is however available in all our religious traditions ranging from Gita all the way up to various religions of the world, and finally giving a solution through the framework of spirituality, which in mathematical abstraction, in the macrocosm which we live, is not possible to be controlled within a time frame other than infinity. However, there is a microcosm. We live in the macrocosm and we want to control the macrocosm, which is infinite variety. It's not going to work out so soon. Our scientists are now heading towards this aspect of discovery that besides photon, I would say we see the light of the day. There is a phonon, which is what sound represents. So sound is strangely believed by the various religions in India at least to be at the forefront, and this inner sound, or what we might call an ultra-transcendental meditation generated sound, is the one which will give us a mastery over the macrocosm. So this is microcosm-based development that we should practice and follow. As I said, luckily the trends these days, and we learn from the various websites all over the world, is to develop higher and higher variety. And people are basing it on phonons. Photons were the medium for the travel of light. They travel at the fastest speed we could not have matched. That is what the macrocosm believes. But phonons can travel faster. We are having infinite speed, and at the deepest level that we comprehend, phonons will be the one which will give control over photons. So we have both the light as well as the sun. In fact, it's the sun which is the creator of the whole or universe. And that supremacy is now being experienced by the people who are at the apex of the macrocosmic world. And this is the good point about it. Microcosm is a closed system. And it has, in terms of Radharswami philosophy, three big universes within it. So the universe of matter, universe of mind, and beyond that, universe of state. What scientists still hesitate to refer to as spirit, they call it pure thought, or purer mind, or purest thought and mind. But that doesn't matter, that is the initial developments. But as I said, now we see every day a report at one place or the other that phonons and photons go together. They have now recognized that phonons also, the speed of sound, lunar sound, or celestial sound, is as large as that of light. But it in fact outstrips them. So that is the crux of it, that we must avail of the traditions which we have received as heritage from our society, which we consider as alien ones, and therefore we want to build a land which takes care of the health care of the inhabitants rather than become bogged down with these mobile, smart and resilient modern city and universe. So our aim is to basic for providing healthy environment, even in terms of various kinds of solutions which are posing challenges of even eliminating the entire creation. So that is the thought which I like to leave with you, that is the phonons and not the photons, but both together, which illuminate the inner microcosm. Macrocosm, as I said before, is having infinite variety. Nature is uncontrolled. There is in applied systems analysis that I perceive as also motivated by the International Applied Systems Analysis, International Institute for Applied Systems Analysis. This is the term that we picked up, and IIT Delhi I was able to introduce this by providing a foundation for innovation technology transfer, FIT as an acronym. So in order to keep fit with the healthcare system sense, you need to pursue this sort of cooperative education for the students. So we concentrate on the learners in the society and give them awareness. And this is not just religion. It is based on the abstraction and mathematics of topological graphene. And graphene has come up as a material which would provide clues to the graphene. So every day we now see something or the other popping up, that they are getting more and more information about the graphene. The Big Bang theory, which scientists have been propounding, Einstein's general theory of relativity, is being reconciled to quantum mechanics. Einstein was not able to accept the quantum theory as being consistent with his general theory. But in this post-Einsteinian era, this is now coming up that there are phonons which move, that is sound currents, which move at same speed as the light. So we have now the potential for controlling the nature and having a society based on ideal healthcare habitat, rather than modern city-based studies. Mobility, smartness, and sensitivity, or what we call it, the way to be resilient. So rather than being mobile and intelligent and resilient, we would base it for healthcare habitat for all time to come. And as I said, this is not just religious stuff. This is a recognized topological gap theory with which this has been demonstrated in a number of applications all over the world. So I leave you with this thought that religion and science are also not housing initially, they are in trouble. The ones which offer the only possibility of getting control over the uncontrolled nature, with which we face the hell-like condition of the so-called mother hole, which would be there if not where the temperatures will be so high that people will burn out. Nobody can survive that. So that is the scientific fact which has been brought into. But as I said, there are mathematical theories. It's not just pure religious stuff. And all our religions in the world, take Christianity, take Islam, take Buddhism, take Jainism, they are all providing for steps leading to the ultimate microcosmic heatings, which is possessing 21 degrees of freedom, which is adequate for taking care of the worst disasters which nature is perpetrating on the entire creation.
Thank you, Gracious Huzur, for your valuable message. Moving on further, I would request Dr. Nick Campbell to be on the stage to present the book to the President DEI, Director DEI, and the Registrar DEI, and also to Professor V.P. Gupta ji, the Vice Chairman, Advisory Committee on Education and Coordinator Online and Distance Education. Professor V.P. Gupta ji, you can be there. We will come to give it to you.
Thank you.
It's a great occasion for me personally. This event coincides with my birthday, which every year I tend to get till now, and in the coming years too. But I also have a great opportunity of having my parents here, and I fully dedicate whatever my achievements are till now for the valuable upbringing and the kind of insights and the kind of guidance that I've given. I would love to actually dedicate this book from my side and give them the copy since they are here. I would like to take this opportunity to give it to my parents from my side. Who's sitting here. She's been a great source of inspiration for all of us. She's doing her doctoral program from Jawaharlal Nehru University. She started all the way to be here. And I would request Nick Campbell to present this copy of book to her for her spirit and making all of us really boost up our energies in being there in all of our events, engagements. And she also delivered a fantastic speech at JNU about research and the research need of young researchers. We would like to thank her from the Springer Nation side, our special guest, Surat, the research scholar from JNU.
This underpins this extremely important initiative that has been
driven by my colleague Venkatesh, research integrity in science and education. Research integrity is fundamental to doing good research. And if you are a researcher, if you care about research, it needs to be the heart of what you do, and it needs to be at the heart of your own reputation for doing great research and keeping that reputation. So what is research integrity? Research integrity, of course, has been around for a very long time, since research itself really started. But I want to go back to September 2010, when representatives from 51 different countries came together in Singapore to discuss the principles of research integrity. And the product of this meeting in Singapore was the Singapore Statement on Research Integrity, whose purpose was to challenge governments, organisations and researchers to sharpen their focus on this really important area, locally and globally. And the key principles that were agreed for the Singapore Statement were those of honesty in all aspects of research, accountability in the conduct of research, professional courtesy and fairness in working with others, good stewardship of research on behalf of others. And the answer is yes, you would be worried about your action coming to life, or even maybe you should not do it, or you should seek advice from a mentor who can help you to make sure your research does have the element of integrity that is absolutely vital to it. So I'm going to get into some more specifics now of advice for researchers of what they need to focus on in their research, and so particularly focusing on human and animal research. So, of course, research on humans is at the heart of social science, and that is one of the focuses of this particular tour that we're doing at Springer Nature. And research involving human participants or human material or human data must be performed in accordance with the Declaration of Helsinki, which is a long-established principles of ethical principles for medical research involving human objectives. When you're thinking about research involving animals, you should also be thinking about the seminal work on the principles of humane experimental techniques. And this focuses around 3 R's: replace, reduce, and refine when it comes to working with animals. Replace means, where possible, you should not use animals if you can use other ways of getting to the same knowledge. Reduce means you should minimise the number of animals that are used for your research, that are involved in your research. And refine means that you should minimise pain, suffering, distress, or any harm to animals that are used in research. But the key thing you need to be aware of as a researcher working anywhere in the world is that when you make your research plan, you need to have it approved by an institutional review board. And this is a key ethical body in any given institution that gives you a permit, that looks at your plan and says that it is in accordance with ethical principles and good research practice. Can raise alarm bells and cause major problems for the researchers that are doing it. And this is not just limited to other people's work. It's also limited to it includes your own work. You should not self-plagiarise or duplicate your publications. Copy text that you've used in other contexts and then put it in a new, supposedly original contribution. It doesn't matter that you wrote the original. That's still inappropriate. So both plagiarism and self-plagiarism could also cause legal problems for any researcher. You can breach copyright laws and cause you severe legal issues as a result. So how do you avoid plagiarism as an author? You need to make sure that if you copy anything and use it in your writings, your research contributions, you need to make it exactly clear what has been copied and where it comes from. If you're copying text, you need to put that text in quotation marks. You need to explain that the following is quoted material from the previously published work. If you're using a figure that someone else has generated, and figures are the core of research contributions, of research papers, you need to make it clear that it has been reproduced from a previous publication. And you also need to get permission beforehand from the author or the holders of the copyright on the author's behalf.
As I highlighted previously, the figures, the display items of any research contribution are usually the core of that research contribution, where you summarise the data for the reader. A picture paints 1,000 words, so your words need to tell the truth. We know that science is messy, research is messy, so everyone in research who has done data collection knows that. Messy data often include important things that you have not realised yet. So we expect data to be imperfect. You shouldn't clean up your data, you shouldn't make your data perfect, because that is not appropriate ethical conduct when it comes to doing research. And readers and the peer reviewers of your research will think that you might have made your data up. On this slide you can see an actual example of where this has happened. This is a published paper that we published in the Journal of Nature Communications. The original on the left shows a collection of blue and red dots which represent different treatments of this particular data set. But those data have been cherry-picked to make the result look very clear. The blue set of change in the research in general, and also the way research is communicated, is the use of artificial intelligence, AI, particularly large language models. I'm going to talk a little bit on the responsible use of artificial intelligence. This is an authorship. So this summary comes from a paper in PNS from a few years ago that defines the principles of authorship. What makes an author? What makes you deserve to be an author? What you should be an author on a paper? So every author on a paper should have made substantial contributions to the conceptual design, or the acquisition, analysis, and interpretation, or the creation of new software using the work, or have drafted the work or substantially revised it. So those are all alternatives. You can make contributions at any one of those stages, and you deserve to be an author. But before that, increasingly we're seeing contributions of authors more transparently communicated within publications. So here's an example of an author contribution statement from a Nature paper, which details who has done what in the research. And that is important because it helps resolve author disputes when things go wrong. It also helps readers and other potential collaborators understand who did what, and therefore who they need to be in touch with if they're interested in a particular aspect. In India, and researchers in India need to be aware of this as an issue. It is absolutely central to what we do, as I've said at the beginning of my talk. It needs to be kept in mind at all stages of the research process. But you also need to be aware of the more subtle aspects of research integrity that are focused on your particular field, the field in which you work on. So those core principles of honesty, accountability, accuracy, transparency and fairness stretch across all fields. But you need to keep in touch with the standard behaviour in your field as well. And often it's a good idea to do that by reading the editorial policies of the journals that are key in your field. They are to spread among your students and all the early career researchers these resources so they can use them and learn from them. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Nick. From there, they will probably give you a mic so that it's convenient to you. Then we also have Dr. P.K. Kalra, former HOD Computer Science, IIT Delhi, with us, joining us. I would also request Dr. Nick Campbell, Vice President, Academic Affairs, Springer Nature, London, to join us. And last but not the least, and most important for us, she's been also an esteemed author, editor, Professor Pammi Duwaji, the Senior Professor and former Director at the Institute of Economics.
आपने देखा, मैंने शायद कुछ कम कहा होगा, लेकिन आप जब इस वीडियो को देख चुके हैं तो आप कुछ ज़्यादा कहेंगे, और वो बात आप अपने दिल की खोल करके इस मेरे वीडियो पर टिप्पणी ज़रूर करें कि आपको कैसा महसूस हुआ। मैं परम आदरणीय रानी साहिबा, परम आदरणीय गुरु महाराज पी.एस. संगी साहब को एक बार फिर राधा स्वामी करते हुए खुद को नमन करता हूं कि आज ये मौका मुझे मिला, जिस वीडियो को मैंने शूट करके आम जनमानस तक पहुंचाने की कोशिश की है। थैंक यू वेरी मच। मैं आरबी सिंह यादव।